What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, guys. And today, as you guys can see, it's already been a month. Since I already got this new iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's already been a month with this iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I'm just pretty much gonna be doing a quick review on this iPhone 13 Pro Max, like 1 month in, giving it all my thoughts, and I guess kind of like my final thoughts. I don't know, I maybe do another one within an year, like next year maybe, we'll see, or in a couple months how it holds up. But as of right now, it's pretty much already been a month. So yeah, I'm gonna give my initial thoughts and my experience having this iPhone 13 Pro Max for a month and all that good stuff. I have traveled with it already. I have a lot of great photos and stuff like that on this iPhone itself. So y'all ready? Let's jump right into it. Alright, so let's jump right into it. These are my pros and cons for this iPhone 13 Pro Max. And obviously, we're going to start off with the cons itself. Number one that I have written down on here is it's just way too big, guys. This iPhone, let me just clean up a little bit. This iPhone is just way too big. Like, it's just way too, like, wide itself, you know? And it's just way too, like, tall and wide. But, you know, it's just, if you have big hands, like, you know, I have pretty, you know, average hands. You know, like, if you have big hands, you know, you should be good. But still, even people that have big hands as well, they're saying that it's still pretty big. And number two that I have on here is that it still unfortunately does not have Type-C on like how we have on the newer iPads. It doesn't have Type-C. It's still using that Lightning port. You know, it's gonna be pretty hard to see, but it still have like that Lightning port at the bottom. So that's what sucks, you know. But again, nitpicking, you know. But you know, I realize now, like, especially like if you travel, you know, it's just, you know, you always want to bring like that one cable. So the only two devices that I have that are not Type-C as of yet are my Beats Solo Pros and my Power Beats Pro. Those are the only two that are not Type-C. But obviously I don't travel with my Power Beats Pro, nor I don't travel anymore with the Solo Pros. So it's not a big deal, but you know, but like I said, no Type-C on this iPhone 13 Pro, especially on the Pro models. Like, it'd be nice if they gave us Type-C on the Pro model, but like I said, not a big deal, but just something to consider. And we still have to bring our Lightning cable. Number three is kind of going back to number one, is that now it's pretty heavy with the case itself. I do have a Spigen case, as you guys can see right there. Do have a Spigen case, you know, not sponsored, but yeah, you know, it's, we do have, it does feel a lot more bigger. It does feel a lot more heavy with the case, you know, versus just itself, you know, like right now, you know, it doesn't feel, it's pretty lightweight itself. But yeah, when you add a case, it just adds a lot more thickness to it, and obviously weight. Number four, guys, it is that it is hard to type on. You know, it is really hard to type on. You know, it sucks that you can't really, like, as you guys can see right here, let me scroll all the way down. You guys can see you only have that part of the section. I wish you could make it smaller, but yeah, you only get that option for that, and it's still pretty hard to like type. You know, like, I can barely reach the P itself. You know, it's pretty hard. And then obviously if you type like this, you know, obviously, you know, your pinky, you gotta have a strong ass pinky, you know, so you gotta have a pretty strong pinky in order to support it. That's all for the cons. And like I said, these are all just like nitpick cons, like, don't buy this phone or anything like that. These are just nitpicks, small little cons on my end, you know. So yeah, those are just my cons that I have on this iPhone. So now let's jump right into the pros. Push aside the cons, now let's go into the pros, like the phone. So yeah, so number one is, my God, guys, this is the number one this is my number one favorite thing right here, is that it has 120 hertz, man. The 120 hertz on this screen is just amazing, guys. I freaking love it. You know, it's just, I just love how smooth the phone moves itself when you're just doing like regular tasks. It's just so smooth. I really do love the 120 hertz. And now number two is the screen on this thing is just amazing. You have that big screen, so like with the con itself, you know, it's way too big. But then when you want to watch content, whether it's YouTube, my videos, you know, if you want to watch my videos, you know, on this display itself, it's just so beautiful. You know, big screen. You know, I love watching content on this phone itself. You know, I do love the I do love watching content on this. This screen is really beautiful. If you watch a lot of YouTube or content, or if you watch my videos, you know, it will look beautiful on this screen. And now number three is the buttons. You know, I'm just a sucker for these little things, little details. But yeah, the buttons on these, I'm gonna take off the case. You know, they're really like clicky. You know, they're really oh, I did not mean to do that. Stop calling. I should not press that button. Shit. Nice and clicky itself. I do like it. You know, even the slider, nice and smooth. You know, the button is just nice. You know, the buttons on here, nice clicky buttons. I do like it. And then now number four is going back to watching beautiful content. My videos, like number two, is number four is that the speakers on these damn things are loud. Like even even on like phone calls, like you don't even have, like they're so loud, guys, that you don't even have to have your speaker. Like if you talk on speaker, like you don't need to have your speaker on, bruh. Going back to number two is that watching content on this, and then the bonus is having these loud speakers. Like they're really nice, you know, they're really crisp, really bassy. And if you guys haven't watched my iPad video, they're honestly way louder than the iPad, surprisingly. The scenes with FedEx. So yeah, I got that grudge. I did post it on Twitter as well. So yeah, I finally got it in yesterday, same day as we came back from Hawaii. Turned out to be open, which sucked, you know. But before we even get to that, I did order something from Nike. Now number five is just, everybody is talking about this. Like this is just blowing up everywhere, is the battery life. LBS, these are actually really good. I haven't charged my phone since like last night, and like overall, and I still have like 31%. I don't know if you guys can be able to see that, but I do have 31% left, and I haven't charged my phone since last night. So you guys can see, like, this has a really good battery life. I could probably, if I don't have a lot doing, you know, if I don't have a lot going on throughout the whole day, I can probably last a whole day still with 30%, you know, without heavy tasks and stuff like that. You know, I really do like the battery life. It's the truth. It's the truth, guys. The battery life on these iPhones are really good. No cap. They're actually really good. Now with number six is obviously the big thing. Literally the big thing is these cameras right here. The cameras on these things are just fucking phenomenal, guys. And I didn't put it on here because I obviously forgot. But yeah, obviously the video itself is still good. And to be honest, like when it comes to the video, regular camera without cinematic. Okay, we'll get to that. Without just regular camera, it's insane. I love it. Cinematic mode is, it's nice, but let me tell you guys, don't overuse it. Okay, don't overuse cinematic mode. Use it when you really need it. Don't overuse it. Don't use it all the time. Cinematic mode is becoming, I don't know, I wouldn't say cringe. Don't use it all the time. You know, don't use it all the time because it just looks really gimmicky, in my opinion. Just use it when you really need it. Don't overuse it. It's gonna be a gimmick and stuff like that. So me personally, You know, if you get these iPhones, you know, be careful with it. Just use the regular camera. If you need the cinematic, use it. But other than that, don't overuse the cinematic mode. It'll just look too tacky and too gimmicky, okay? And if you guys didn't notice, that's the reason why I upgraded. That's why I upgraded, was because these cameras. So yeah, that's the reason why I upgraded to this iPhone 13 Pro Max, is because of the cameras. Now I have some couple questions. Is should you upgrade and get one? The answer, in my opinion, is if you really need the cameras, like if you're really gonna take advantage of these cameras, you know, if you're really into photography, if you're really into videography itself, or if you do YouTube and stuff like that, then hell yeah, man, hell yeah, get this iPhone 13 Pro Max. You will love it, especially with the cameras. This, like, if you really are gonna use the cameras itself, then yes. Do I regret going with this big phone? To be honest, no. But like I said here in my notes, is I do miss the lightweight of an iPhone. Like right here, luckily, and I did have the iPhone 11. If you guys didn't know, I did have the iPhone 11, and yeah, just feeling this right here, comparing these two phones right now. Yes, this is much smaller, so light. You know, I can easily grip it with my hands. You know, definitely more thinner for sure. As you guys can see, it is a lot more thinner for sure, a lot more flat. So yeah, I do miss having a light phone, but then again, you know, I'm a sucker for the cameras, and the battery life itself is insane, so it kind of pays off. So I don't regret it, to be honest, going with a big phone. I don't regret it, but I do miss the lightweight of a phone itself. But I don't regret it. I love this. I love the iPhone 13 Pro, and I'm happy that I went with a bigger phone, a bigger screen. And I do love it, man. I do love this iPhone 13 Pro Max. So no, I don't regret going with the bigger size. Alright guys, so that is gonna be it for today's vid. Hope you guys enjoyed today's vid though, and let me know down below in the comments, did you guys upgrade to an iPhone 13 Pro Max this year? Did you guys upgrade, or are you guys just holding on for next year, you know? And if you did upgrade, or if you did get the iPhone 13 Pro Max, comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this iPhone 13 Pro Max. I really want to know what you guys think about this iPhone 13 Pro. And if you did upgrade, let me know as well, what iPhone or what phone did you come from. You know, I like the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's great so far. Traveling with it already, it's pretty fun. Pictures are great. I do love the pictures and stuff like that. The video itself is good. And so yeah, that's gonna be it though. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, like always, guys. And YouTube, I definitely will see you guys in my next video.